Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Had it the high noon, you nuggers. So yeah. Do I have a gripe? And my thing is this. My thing is this. People want to do what they want to do, or some people can't do what they want to do. Some people may need to follow. Some people like certain people, some people don't. The thing is this. I'm tired of hearing about a stimulus and all of this. I'm tired of hearing about Asians being able to get laws changed to protect them, and then they get some reparations when I haven't seen an Asian beat down in the street. I've never seen an Asian touched. So all this Asian hate, to me, is just counterproductive to go against the Black Lives Matter. And see, white people don't do nothing unless it happens to them. Asians, they're the same way. I've never seen an Asian step up for black rights or talk about what's going on in the community. All these black gatekeepers that are in the game, they're nothing more than misdirection. If you played football before, you know what misdirection is. Hell, any sport, you can run a misdirection. Make somebody believe this person has it and when the other guy has it. My problem is this. You black folks continue to fall victim to the dumbest things. You guys keep falling victim to the same old speeches, the same old, yo, let's go do this marching, and marching ain't gonna do nothing. We need to open up our own programs. We need to get funded by us, and we can do it. But the problem is, unless it's a barbecue or unless it's a club or a party to dance at, blacks ain't trying to get involved. And I'm not saying all the blacks, but some blacks who are in the percentage of they got the most money, they toe the lines very, very cautiously because they don't want their massa to get upset with them. They don't. So my thing is this. I played sports before. So I know what it's like to play on a team. I know how to work with others, even though I don't like people in general. I know how to work with others. I know how to talk to others. I know how to present something to others. I know how to properly put things in its perspective for others to follow and listen. Am I the smartest person? No, I'm not. I'm not the smartest person. I'm not the most creative person. But what I do is I have dedication. If I love something, I put the work in and the time in to get better at it. And the things are not what they seem when people are trying to buy you off, or they're trying to basically give you some of the most stupidest things that they think will help you, but it won't help you. My thing is this. Black America continues to get slapped in the face. We do. We continue to get slapped in the face. We continue to be misrepresented. The whole thing. We're getting misrepresented. People aren't really looking after us who need to be looking after us. And it's a travesty. But the problem also is we're looking for somebody to take that step in the right direction, to tell us, yo, this is okay to go do this. I'm like this. Okay, I'm like this. I don't like the simple fact we're continuously being lied to. I don't like the fact that all these people love to use us and move along. They love to use us, use our pain, and then once they use it, they move on to another direction and act as if it's okay. We as blacks we don't have a sense of awareness anymore. We used to have awareness when I was growing up, even before that, when my parents were growing up, my sister, my cousins were growing up. We had a sense of awareness. Now we don't. Now we just follow any black person who says, we need to fight for our rights. I'm tired of this. Or people put it on Twitter, you're next. It's like, dude, what do you mean by you're next? You think taking out one police officer is going to save us? You have to go tear down the problem. It's not going to stop until it takes a guy from their own department, their own police department, to step up and make change. To rat out the bad apples, to put the bad apples on notice. That's when it would change. But the police force is never going to change because they have too many buddy going on there. Like any other job you're at. Unless somebody from within tears it down and talks about all the bad stuff that they've done and all the heinous stuff they swept under the rug, it's not going to change. It's not going to change at all. And this is the problem I have a lot of times with this is the problem I have with people in general trying to tell me, you need to do this, you need to do that, when they never did that. The only thing black people teach each other is go to school, go do this. School ain't worth nothing. Unless you're going to be a lawyer or you're going to be a doctor or work in the medical field, school really means jack. Now, trade school is better. I would point a lot of my friends and their people to the right direction, like, nah, man, you need to go get a trade. And Kwame Brown, shout out to him, Kwame Brown Bus Life. That's something that, that's correct. We don't have a lot of people. Carcino for Life has been preaching this as well. He's been preaching this for over 10 years about trade. And people just giving him credit because Kwame shouted him out. And that's disrespectful. Carcino, I'm not speaking on him. I'm speaking on it because it's disrespectful that this man who puts in hard work, who busts his ass all the time, only gets credit because somebody says they confirm it. Like Yuckmouth gave him a shout out, and people were like, man, Yuckmouth know who you are. What if Yuckmouth didn't know who he was? Who cares? Carcino ain't the most famous, but at the same time, Carcino probably speaks the most realist on the whole YouTube. He puts it in a perspective for you to understand. But for him to get validation because Kwame says something is dumb. You can listen to other people. You don't have to go to an entertainer or a superstar. You could do all this research on your own. When Carcino talks about stuff, I go research it. It's not that I don't believe him. It's that I may find something else different from my point of view. I've read a lot of stuff with people were talking about. Like Uncle Frank said something about graphing like a long time ago. I peeped that in the channel, and I did my research on graphing because Uncle Frank spits knowledge. Everybody judges a book by its cover. Everybody thinks, oh, you can't listen to this person. I'll listen to a person if they make sense that got 2 views or 1 million views. It's how you present it. It is how you present it. Me, I just say it how I feel. I don't script nothing. I don't sit home and be like, how am I going to script this? I don't do that. I just go freelance. And to me, that sounds better. When I was recording music, which I'm going to start back to doing because I'm going to be in a good space. Probably about a couple of months, maybe 3 months, you guys are going to be hearing music being dropped on this channel. So that's going to probably be me and mostly my brother on it. So you guys are going to hear some stuff. I would always go off the dome first. And then I would go back and listen to what I said. And I would memorize it. And I would flip it a different way. Or what I would do is just spit it raw right there one time. And then I just would ad-lib. So it's different ways to do things. There's different things. It's hard work. It's hard work and dedication. Excuse me. It's hard work and dedication. But the things I get mad at is when you tell people you don't need their validation. Like last night, shout out to Burundi, shout out to Donnie, shout out to Uncle Frank. And one of the things is like, my boy Terrell was like, if he went on Undisputed, I said, bro, I'll be kicked off that show so fast because I'm not going to give you your popular opinion. I'm going to have you think. I'm not going to be up there picking Michael or LeBron. Nobody care about them. And that would piss Skip off, just like what Jalen Rose did. Jalen Rose said, what gives you guys the right to down these players or talk bad about them? And those guys could not answer it at all. They kept deflecting and they kept talking about, oh, he's a bust, he's a scrub. And Jalen Rose was saying, well, how is he a scrub? What is he? Who are you comparing him to? And like I tell people, you made it to the league, the NFL or NBA, that's kudos. But for on that level, you called a bum. You called a bum for your play on that level. Now, are we saying that would you come to our level, you could whoop our ass? Absolutely. You could beat us. You could. But me, I played in sports, and my coaches will tell you straight up if you were good or not, you a bum or not. They didn't care. You know, that we got too many of these people in their feelings. You know, but the thing is, what people also fail to realize is that when Kwame was speaking, everybody kept talking about, well, like LB was like, well, he's still a bust on the floor. And I had to tell LB, you're not listening. See, LB, that's my guy, but LB does not listen. He hears you. He hear what you're saying, but he's not listening. And that's LB, and I respect it because he's LB. I wouldn't respect him if he wasn't official or he wasn't coming correct like that. But LB, I told him, look, he's not talking about his basketball career. On the court, I don't think he was really a buster or bad. I just think he was incomplete because he never got developed. He went to different teams. He tried to play good. I mean, but hey, some guys have it, some don't. But the guy lasts 13 seasons. My thing is this. He lasted 13 seasons. Why you aren't talking about Adam Morrison? Why aren't you talking about Scalabrine or all these other guys, Eddie Curry and them? You're just bringing him up. You're not even bringing up Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards was worse than him. Darko Milicic, who I still think the Pistons should have got Melo, started Melo and brought Tayshaun Prince off the bench. So it's like, come on, let's be honest. You know, this guy doesn't care about his playing career because he's made it. He owns his own business. He owns land. He has his own tractor. He don't need the NBA. There's a lot of guys who get to the NBA, they don't make it. Same in NFL. There's been first round picks that you can't even remember no more. But yet, you guys bring this guy up. And I told you what happened. Steve Jack and Matt Barnes thought they could sneak this. They thought he was soft, and he wasn't. My thing is this. All these Asians and all these people are getting laws changed. They get their reparations. Jews get it. Asians now. When are the black people going to get their just due? And I'm telling you, it's going to come a time black folks got to be like, you know what, F it. We're not helping them no more. We're not helping them. We're not helping them at all. We're not going to do nothing for them. And it's going to come down to that. It is. It is going to come down to that. It's going to come down to blacks saying, you know what, I'm sick of this. And you have some who are doing it. You have some doing it, but what's pissing me off, you guys aren't holding Joe Biden or Kamala feet to the fire. If this was Obama, you guys would be out there quick saying, man, Obama ain't doing nothing for us. But y'all ain't gonna say nothing about Biden? The guy who said you're not black if you don't vote for him. The guy who said in the 60s, I don't want my kids going to a jungle. Y'all forgot about that guy? I need to pull a who did it. Oh, how they forgot. Shout out to who did it this time. I need to pull one of them. You guys forget about the same stuff that they don't like to mention. These guys who sent apologies, Charlemagne and Steven Jackson, why they couldn't do it? Why Charlemagne couldn't do it without the paper? Why Steven Jackson had to post it on Instagram? See, that's why Kwame's winning. He's right. You guys ain't nothing but token Negroes. Y'all are part of the problem. You guys are a part of the problem. And you're the reason that the problem exists. You're the reason that the problem has never got solved. Because you guys are too busy being on your high pedestal. And that's just messed up. Kwame Brown is a man who didn't make it in the NBA, but guess what? He made it in life. I think of guys as bums on the court all the time, and I move on. And I move on from it. People will be like, you wrong for calling them that. Why? You guys have let Skip Bayless get away with it for years. You guys have let Stephen A. Smith get away with it with his coon ass. You guys have let all these sportscasters who never touched the ball. I got more experience than Stephen A. Smith. I at least started and played some of my games. Was I good? No, I wasn't. In high school, I was good. In college, I wasn't. So, I don't have a problem admitting that I wasn't good in college. I wasn't. I had some highlights here and there, but overall, I give my performance a D. I'm very harsh and hard on myself. So I expect the athlete to be hard on their self. I was hard on myself. I take losses personally. I take disrespect personally. So I can't relate to a lot of these players today when they just be like, whatever. It's like, dog, what you mean whatever? They don't even attempt to work on their game. Like we talked about Ben Simmons. Shout out to Cash Rules, man. Cash Rules continues to show love to the page. Ben Simmons is overrated. He's not a great defender. I have seen him get torched. He plays great against the lesser defenders, but when he goes against the elite offensive players, he gets torched. Then you have not progressed your game. I love players who progress their game. I do. I love the way Kobe got better. I love the way Jimmy Butler got better. I love the way Steph got better. Because at first, Steph was, looking not so good. He got better. I love how Dillon Brooks has gotten better. Dillon Brooks didn't have a real good shot last year. This year, this guy's able to hit the three and hit the mid-range. And defensively, he got a lot better. He got a lot of dog in him. So I pay attention to players who get better. Donovan Mitchell got better, making the extra pass, working on his shot, making his shot more consistently, not afraid to get to the next level. Trae Young got better to me being a point guard. That's why I was telling people he is not Steph Curry. He's a guy He's a guy who basically is a point guard. I told everybody, Trae Young plays like Steve Nash. He don't play like Steph. Steph is a better off-the-ball player than Trae Young is. He is. Trae can play off the ball. He can move the ball and run like a Trae could play off the ball a little bit and run a what time is it? Do I got time? Oh yeah, man, I got here extra early. All right. So before I bounce, look, he plays the game Trae Young plays the game as a point guard. I don't diss Steph Curry. I love Steph Curry. I had to tell C Penn that. I love Steph Curry. I want Steph Curry to do good because I think he has a lot of haters and guys who really disrespect him. But at times, dog, Steph Curry's game is very loosey-goosey. And to me, he needs to be more of a leader. He needs to put guys like Draymond in their place. He don't have to yell. You don't want two guys yelling, but Steph has to hold Draymond accountable. That's your team. I don't care how much Draymond yell and get upset. That is your team. That's your team. You make the most money. And if you're coming back next year, which I believe he is, you got to set a precedence to let Draymond and them know, look, this is what I'm trying to do. You guys need to wake y'all ass up. I'm not here for the buddy crap or anything. And it's the truth. So let me know in the comment section, man, what you feel about everything. But to me, I have a gripe with how blacks are continue to be treated. I believe we need to fight for our reparations. We need to fight for our land. We're not getting that. And I believe we should. And we've been disrespected. Thank you all for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. If you like what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDII TV. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Deezy!